This video has been sponsored by Dragon Ball Fever. More about it later down the video. In the last part, Bulma and Frieza begin their fight and she bullies him for a good chunk of the battle until Frieza went into his final form and began to violate everyone, where Bulma got the first taste of a Super Saiyan form. Goku tries the Spirit Bomb with Bulma helping out, but it doesn't work. Bulma is shot down and Krillin is killed off, so Goku becomes a Super Saiyan and defeats him. After that, Trunks comes and warns about the androids. In this part, we'll discuss the android saga and its events. So let's continue. After Vegeta and Bulma come back, everyone is confused as to what's going on with them. They do know him and Bulma are hooked up and all, but they don't know that Bulma is pregnant, and so they stay in confusion. Inside of the city, only Android 12 is seen there, wrecking the place and causing all sorts of havoc. Goku comes by and challenges him to a fight, where Goku starts breathing heavily. He gets 12 out in the outskirts to fight and they start the battle. Goku starts pummeling 12, but he's getting winded and getting that heart virus he was told of by Trunks. Trunks in the meantime arrives to witness Bulma going Super Saiyan and attacking 12 to save Goku, while telling Vegeta to take Goku and get out of there. Vegeta is a bit shocked, but he tells Bulma to do it herself because she has a baby to carry. That's when things get out and everyone realizes why Bulma and Vegeta were weird. Trunks realizes he can now finally reveal who he truly is. Piccolo knows and reveals it before Trunks does, which gives 12 an idea. While they're busy explaining, 12 goes for a gut kick, with Trunks screaming bloody murder to his mother to watch out. Bulma, aware of what 12 is about to do, just lifts her leg and blocks it, then uses that same leg to kick through 12. Blood oozes from 12's body, and when Bulma pulls her leg out of him, he drops down on the ground and is slowly dying. Bulma is about to finish them off, but Trunks rushes her to wait. He comes there and asks 12 where are the real androids, the two bio-androids that aren't here at the moment. But 12 just dies before anything was said. Trunks is now worried about his mother and explodes at her for being so careless. Bulma understands the concern, but she knew that the android was nothing for them. When asked to elaborate, Bulma says Goku has a trait where he doesn't go all out from the get-go. Even though he was a Super Saiyan and had power, he was playing with him until the virus hit him. Vegeta, on the other hand, is shocked to see Bulma also being a Super Saiyan, completely forgetting about Goku, so Goku had to be taken away by Yamcha and Krillin to get his meds. In the meantime, Bulma started thinking on where the rest of them could be, but her question is answered when they all sense someone coming along. It's a teen girl. The small but muscular girl is looking at them from afar and observing them, noticing her. Bulma asks who that might be. Trunks is frozen in place and Vegeta comments on her power. Her power is way too high for a base power and is basically as powerful as a false Super Saiyan. Bulma now knows to stand down because this new foe is just too much for her and Vegeta had to step in and showcase his Super Saiyan 2. Bulma is happy to see that her husband has also gotten the transformation and stands down, even though she wanted to fight really bad. Vegeta starts getting cocky and attacks the girl, but the girl goes from smiling to serious real fast and the battle starts. Oh, stop. You wanted to skip the sponsorship, didn't you? You thought you was slick, huh?
Don't let him skip the sponsorship.
Oh, I ain't letting him. I was paid good money for it. You can sit through it. Dragon Ball Fever is a fan comic done by Norlight. It's about a girl that has been saved from Red Ribbon Army by Goku Black. Now please support the artist and check out the link in the description below. And now, you can continue watching. While doing all that, Trunks gives a backstory of the girl to Bulma. Android 11, codenamed Uloborid, is a genetically constructed Saiyan built from the DNA of every Saiyan that has existed on Earth so far. That means Goku, Vegeta, Bulma, Nappa, Raditz, Gohan and himself combined into a single being by an unknown rogue of the Red Ribbon Army. Bulma thinks back, knowing a good chunk of the scientists, but none that are capable of bio-growing beings. So she rolls out a couple like Jiro and side scientists like Flap. Though it's confusing on why both had red ribbon emblems on them when she took down the entirety of the red ribbon years ago. It shouldn't happen at all. Trunks elaborates that no one knows who made them, but they are controlled by two members of the Red Ribbon Army, that being Captain Violet and Husky of all people, who survived the blast and are working on rebuilding the army from the ground up. After raiding the old headquarters, they decided to go under the radar, and how they pulled off bioengineering is beyond his understanding, but he does say that they're quite the work of art. But they're menaces that have been taught only to hunt the Z fighters and kill them. Bulma is amazed at that and then proceeds to look onto the fight. Vegeta is pummeling Android 11, but she's just smiling deviously. She says that blonde is a nice color, but she prefers something more green. With those words, she starts a very violent transformation into a Super Saiyan, but not a regular Super Saiyan. The one she transforms into has a green tint in the hair and a slightly green aura. She has accidentally been turned into a legendary Super Saiyan due to the genetic combinations. So we witness a Type C Super Saiyan. The power is massive, surpassing the initial perfect cell from canon, and Vegeta cannot do anything about her, but stand in one place as he gets a beating of a lifetime, worse than what he had against Frieza. After she's done with Vegeta, she comes over to Bulma and Trunks. She tells Bulma that the kid she's bearing won't see the light of day again, punching her into a mountain. Trunks rushes 11 out of anger, but gets easily cast aside as 11 doesn't know Trunks, so she focuses on her job. She walks up to Bulma, who's all beat up from just one punch. Bulma looks at Android 11 and tells her that she may be incredibly powerful, but to go fuck herself. 11 tells her she prefers the name Uloborid more, kicking her in the face and then her stomach, then leaving the area. Trunks rushes to check on his mother and see that she's completely beat up and that her water broke due to the impact, seeing fluid leaking, meaning that the current Trunks inside of the womb will die very soon, so he takes his parents up to Korin and asking for a senzu bean, hoping to restore the two. Korin says that he only has one in stock, but Trunks doesn't care. He splits the senzu bean and gives each half to each of them, reviving them back somewhat. Bulma feels that her membrane feels full again, meaning the senzu bean worked and they both got a relatively high Zenkai, getting 3 times stronger than previously. Goku is still sick and waiting to recover. Trunks comes by the Kame house, telling them all about Android 11 terrorizing the place and actively seeking for Goku. Everyone pisses their pants knowing that she's coming here next, and so they decide to dip out with Goku. But Trunks has a better plan. He says they should leave out a key orb around here somewhere and hide their key and then dip out. They agree to that 1000 IQ play and do so, and then leave with Goku. Trunks stays there, sitting and waiting on Uloborid to come by. Uloborid arrives and asks for Goku right away, knowing he's going through a tough time. Trunks says he's not letting her get in and prepares for battle, pulling an obvious bluff. Uloborid goes Super Saiyan and easily casts him away, entering the place and seeing nothing but floating key orbs around the house. Trunks is in the meantime hiding his own key and diving into the water, exiting on the other shore and leaving Uloborid there confused and angry. Uloborid destroys the Kame house with one stomp of her leg and moves on, trying to search for their key. Trunks narrowly escapes and winds up on the lookout where a gang took Goku to recover. Over at the hideout, Uloborid drops by and tells the tale to Violet. Captain Violet recommends to release Android 13, codenamed Cell, which was modeled exactly like the Jiro's version, much like Android 12 was the version of Android 19. Cell is awakened and knows the mission right away. This version of Cell is already perfect and has a power level similar to canon. However, this one cannot absorb. They had to sacrifice that part of him to make him the ultimate life form, even over Uloborid. Cell also has no specialty of free will, because he was designed to avoid Jiro's risk in papers about him going rogue or siding with Z fighters. With Uloborid, it was a risk that they were willing to take, but with Cell, who had more than Saiyan DNA, it wasn't as easy. With that, Uloborid and Cell began their journey, and at the lookout, Kami and Piccolo still feel to have a better chance, and once that is done, they suggest going into the time chamber, because Uloborid is just way too powerful. First to go in are Vegeta and Trunks. Bulma and Piccolo start being on lookout for Uloborid just in case, but during their watch, Uloborid and Cell find them. Bulma tells Piccolo to get ready, because those two are equally powerful. Bulma goes into her Super Saiyan, stacking her double surge on top and gets ready, while Uloborid goes into her own Super Saiyan and telling Cell not to interfere. The battle then begins. We're continuing the series next time. While you wait for the next part, join the T23 Discord server with the Vanity URL down in the description. Thank you for watching, and with that, peace out.